Hello Pisces, Ashley here. We're going to do your reading for the last week of January, and wow, just from that first card alone, it looks like you've been working hard at something. We're going to look at last week, this week, and take a peek into the start of February here. You've got some powerful cards showing up. Quick announcement that Chariot Connections just hit its 1-year anniversary, and so in celebration of that, I'm offering a discounted personal reading. If you're interested, a coupon code is down below in the description box, and you can take that over to the website and get a discounted reading between now and the end of January if you're interested. Let's see what's going on. So right at the tail end of January, we exit the Venus retrograde. She starts to move direct. And by the way, I will be doing love readings based on her direct movement, similar to the ones that I did for her retrograde. So keep an eye out for that. But then Mercury is pretty quick to follow. At the start of February, he will also move direct. So we've got a lot of powerful shifts going on with the personal planets, which directly impact you personally. So let's see what's going on for Pisces for this January wrap-up. The Hierophant. The Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. The Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Pentacles, wow, the Empress. Oh my gosh, the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Six of Wands, the King of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands, King of Cups. Might have had a very strong connection here with either another water sign or an air sign here. Deep connection, something that felt soul level, perhaps karmic with the Devil. Could have been a Capricorn, but it brought you through a lot of lessons. You can see here with the Nine of Wands, it was a very trying experience, and it does look like you're perhaps healing or even not speaking with this person at this time. It looks to me like they want that to change. They want to open up the lines of communication and have a victory here with you. Or they're wanting and seeking recognition from you in some kind of way. So, we shall see how that comes into play. Last week, we have resilience. You can see that she is carrying this giant boulder on the back. It's like strapped to her back. So there's been some kind of heavy burden here. This is kind of like a Ten of Wands energy here, where you're climbing this mountain. You've got this huge boulder strapped to your back. She's even dressed in a way that's kind of like tattered and torn, and she looks pretty exhausted here. But kind of what's popping out of this boulder is, you know, all of these, there's a lot of confusion here. There's all these octopus arms, there's all these vines. It's kind of a jumbled mess here. And I get a couple of things from that. For one, with all those octopus arms, there are resources that you're tapping into in order to persevere here. You have a lot of different abilities that you're relying upon to get you through this burden. But also, it feels to me like there's been a lot of players in this game here. Like, kind of that, like, too many chefs in the kitchen kind of energy here. A lot of people's opinions. Kind of a tangled weave of opinions, perhaps influence here. And it's a 21, it reduces to a 3. So that could point to some sort of outside influence of a third party causing you a burden here. And it does look to be in a relationship. We have the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. So this is, again, a strong spiritual connection here. I wanted to say lesson as well. So there's been some strong karma between you and this person. With this Wheel of Fortune, it's this wheel of karma that is turning here outside of your direct control. But there's lessons to have been learned here. And I feel that perhaps some of that was learned because it was such a strong connection with this person. We have Taurus, we have Gemini, we also have Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus here. You could also look at this Wheel of Fortune as Sagittarius energy overall. All majors here. You've been through quite the test with this past week, which is, I was associating these moon cards with the Cancer full moon, so there could have been some sort of major culmination that came through at that full moon. Let's dive into this more and see. With the Hierophant, we have you. Again, the spiritual connection, the spiritual ascension, I want to say. Yeah, look at the growth that you have experienced as a result of this. Lots of potential here as a result of this spiritual lesson. You've come into some kind of mastery here. And there's a very strong divine feminine evolving here for you. So it does feel like your intuition and your divine feminine itself has really taken a strong hold here. And again, Pisces, Taurus, Libra. Strong Taurus here. So could be dealing with a Taurus with the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. So it does feel like something that was once a dream come true didn't turn out the way that you wanted here, and actually was very painful to your heart. It could have at one time felt like this amazing fated connection and has now turned into a serious karmic lesson that has wounded you. It can also be here that you are feeling like your dreams, the things that you desire, seem out of your control. Like your influence is not enough to make something happen here. And if that is the case for you, whether it's, just your life in general. This could be any part of your life that you're feeling that way. If that's the case, there has been divine intervention here. Like things have been a struggle, things have been difficult, and it feels like no matter what you did, you could not influence something to grow or influence something to change in a positive direction. And that had something to do with this spiritual growth here for you. There was some sort of karma that you needed to play out and play through in order to improve your divine feminine connection, to ascend here. And so it may have felt like a punishment, when in actuality it's boosted your strength in other ways. I also feel like with that full moon last week, there could be a shift where things do begin to start to move in a more positive, productive direction if it's been this sludge uphill, right? With the Lovers, we have the Page of Cups, and it could be coming in the form of that, and the Knight of Pentacles. So there could certainly be this apology, this movement, this offer of commitment that you've been waiting for, that has been slow to arrive. I want to get a little more there. But it does look like there's communication that has shown up, or is at least in the ethers here. Like this, with these majors here, that's very 5D energy, right? And so when it comes to on the ground movement, we're looking at the minor arcana. And so we're looking at your day-to-day life experience with this. So it could very well be that someone here shows up. Could be a new love that you've been waiting for. Earth, water, Gemini energy there. Or someone's been slow to offer up an apology here for the pain that has happened. I want to get one more there. I'll get one more on the Lovers. Yeah, somebody has been taking their sweet time to come in and heal something with you. And you've had to have a lot of patience, a lot of resilience, right? And again, with that card, I do feel like there was some outside influence that was making that a challenge. So again, that third party energy, outside influences, but keep in mind the energy of the divine here playing a role so that you could ascend. You could see that as a third party energy. It was having an influence to prevent something so that this growth could happen for you. I hope that makes sense. In the present moment, so this is the last week of January, we have Shapeshifter, and it's in the upright. It says skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. And I definitely feel like this is one of those strengths that you have built upon further, I want to say. Because I do feel like you're dealing with different, we talked about the 5D energy here. We talked about the on the ground 3D behavior. And we also have other people involved here. And so we're talking about all different types of dimensions and levels of consciousness that you have been navigating. We have the Knight of Pentacles again, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Let's clarify this. So some offer that you've been waiting for, perhaps it's this healing, this apology, and perhaps you've been seeking this because you did put so much time and effort into this endeavor in the past. So this, for me, this would have been a love relationship. That could be showing up here, something you've been hoping for, a turn in a positive direction. We have that Nine of Cups here now twice as well. You might be seeing a lot of synchronicity at this time. 21-21, 12-12, 11-11, 3-3-3-3. Let's see, Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit, and, oh my gosh, the Wheel of Fortune again. Okay, yeah, the Divine is totally moving things around here. It's been slow to show up because it forced this inner reflection, this inner wisdom seeking for you. And again, we're getting all these majors here. So there's been a huge shift that you've undergone here. You've been spending time in solitude, in silence perhaps. We had that Four of Swords energy there. Healing, Dark Night of the Soul. We're talking about looking within for the answers because the outside world has just gotten too crazy when that Hermit shows up. Could be dealing with a Virgo as well. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Been waiting for this offer from your lover. Again, lover showing up here twice. This is nuts. It's coming in. It's coming in here. The Nine of Cups. We have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like at this juncture, as this hope, this dream comes in, this thing you've been waiting for, this offer that you've been waiting for, as it shows up, now you're faced with a decision, because while it was taking its time in the past, right, and you were going through all this difficulty, you had all this growth, right? So now when it shows up, it's showing up to a different version of you. You have transcended. You've raised your consciousness. So you can literally see the levels on this card. You've really tapped into a higher level of consciousness here, had all this spiritual growth. So it could very well be that when this wish, this hope does finally manifest here this week, you're going to be at a crossroads as to what to do with it because you've had this growth. Okay. Final row. Again, we have the Empress. So we've got a lot of duplicates here. And we have this Thunder. So couple things about this card. It's a 56, which reduces to a number 11. And to me, it also kind of looks like the moon and maybe like Mars here kind of coming together. And there's this stampede of bison causing that sound of thunder. It's like this uncontrollable event. And it's like when these two things align, these two planets align, there could be an actual alignment coming up that makes all the difference and causes the stampede. this change, this fast, uncontrollable change. So the Thunder card is very similar to the Tower, right? It's like this major shakeup. But I feel like you're the one causing the shakeup. It feels to me like you are bringing the thunder here. It's a really pretty card here. But yet there's all these like clouds, and it almost looks like all this cosmic activity. So it feels like too that this is also somehow divinely guided. It could be related to an alignment of some kind. We have the Chariot. You're bringing the thunder there. It's like this stampede, this movement, this shift. Could be dealing with a Cancer. We have the Empress again and the Seven of Wands. You've stepped into a very powerful position here, taking control. And again, with the Chariot, we have the light and dark Sphinx. Sometimes they're horses, sometimes they're black and white, but it's this idea of light and shadow. And again, it feels like because you are able to shapeshift and traverse these different levels of consciousness, you're able to use your light and your dark aspects in order to flow in the direction that you want to go. So this feels like a huge reading here. I hope it's resonating for some of you. With the Chariot, oh my goodness, we have the Hierophant again. And the Ten of Swords. So to me, this feels like some sort of completion of a difficult commitment, a difficult connection. It can also be this ending to a spiritual lesson here, where you've stepped into this role of the teacher. You know, the Hierophant can be like an educator or someone that has this wisdom, because you've gained that by connecting on that dark night of the soul. You connected with your shadow side. You connected with your light as well. With the Empress, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Why the Four of Pentacles? We have the Ace of Wands. And with the Seven of Wands, we have the Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So I do feel like there's this incoming thunder, incoming battle even perhaps with a fire sign. Could be a Leo, someone that finds you very attractive. Could be wanting a new beginning here with you. And I do feel like you are stepping into such a powerful place. Like, it's really going to shake them up that you are not going to tolerate any of the BS. So, like, in this period of silence that you might have had with this person, you've had all this growth. Well, they don't know that because you haven't been communicating, right? There's been healing, there's been silence. And so when they come in and they make this offer to you, they don't know the new version of you yet. And I feel like that's what's causing this Tower moment, is that the last version of you that they remember was the one when you were still speaking, waiting for this apology that they never wanted to bring forward, or were really slow to bring forward. And now that it's showing up, they're encountering a whole new version of you. And that could be very dramatic for them. I feel like you have your boundaries up here towards this person because you're really standing up for yourself. You know your whole worth here. You've mastered some serious spiritual lessons here, and I do feel like you are at a point here where you're okay with this past thing coming to a close. Whereas before, you were waiting for them. And so what seemed like a dream come true before might not even resonate with you anymore. This could also be a shocking new love showing up for you. Someone with this potential for growth here. Again, it could be a Cancer. We have Leo, Taurus, Libra. Yeah. And it's interesting with the Hierophant and the Empress here. They're showing up right next to each other in the future. So it's like that power that you gained, the ways in which you built that resilience is really showing up in your favor here in the very beginning of February. So, I want to see, what's this Ace of Wands? Let me get some more on this Ace of Wands. Seven of Cups, Strength, and the Ace of Swords. Some clarity coming in about this Leo. But also them having this like epic breakthrough sort of tower moment when it comes to the version of you that they are now encountering. Wow. Nice, Pisces. I really like that. I hope that resonated for some of you, hopefully all of you, because that is an epic shift going on for you here, Pisces. Keep your eyes peeled for that Venus direct love reading. That'll be coming out shortly. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.